6 a.m. on Monday, September 2nd, 2022. As you can see the time, just want to recall, this is what you're looking at right here. This is the fake sun, and you can see from the lowered elevation, it's beside the building of the Holiday Inn. It's beside it, it's not above it. This is the same building where I'm standing inside of the first floor window, and if it's beside, you're talking about ricocheting off of, this is how low it is. That's the first floor door over there that I walked in outside of. And the fake sun that you see is so low, is ricocheting off of the top of the Motel 6 to create this light activity on the inside. This is all impossible light activity, but I'm just showing you the movement of the fake sun. In order for it to be hitting off of a Motel 6 window, it has to be above the Motel 6 window. And then you're talking about what's not sunlight, because it's shooting more like an arcade, like like shooting light, as opposed to sunlight, which does not engage in this horizontal light activity chicanery. But this is the light activity that's occurring. Let me show you the time, because I just captured it. 6:52 a.m. This is inside of the Motel 6 on the first floor. You see the one right there. This is where I'm getting off the elevator. My shadow is appearing in the depths of the hallway. This is indeed evidence of group stalking. This is a group stalker. This is a demon who's waiting for my arrival, making sure they maintain presence in the path. That's the objective of a demon who was group stalking in the engineered light. This is also how they're engaging in what is federal stalking, while they engage in psychotic conduct such as pacing all around, screaming while they walk around, stomping like they're green giants. They're not. These are demons, and these are the demons that are group stalking, sitting around during the daytime, and you're supposed to be ignorant about the fake sun, about the engineered light, about the entity stalking in helicopters, about the ricocheting light activity that I'm showing you right now that surrounds this demon who's engaging in a sex offense on behalf of the state of California. And this is a mentally ill psychopath. All right, this is the light source that's above the building in order to hit off of the Motel 6 window. And I'm showing you right now that it is reaching off, excuse me, that's yesterday evening. By the way, this is the sunset at 6:28. It's 6:52 when I'm capturing this sunrise light activity. That's not the sun. This is maintaining a light source, and this is entirely demonic. Absolutely impossible, scientific impossibilities I'm capturing on a daily basis. In addition to the fact that it is impossible that anyone that I'm documenting is avoiding a federal prosecution. Nonetheless, this is the light activity reaching into the building, and this is again the product of the so-called sun that's in a position that's not going to be low enough beside the building like I'm capturing right now while I stand outside, but it is both at the same time beside the building to reflect off of the Motel 6, and it's also low enough to be in front of me like here. Okay, this is beside the building, but when I'm standing over at the door, it's necessarily, if it's here, then how is it reaching above to catch the and it moves as I move. Now it's reflecting off of this window. On when I'm inside of the building, the fake sun moves as I move, so it was reflecting off of the building heightened above here, and then it's shooting across the parking lot into the doorway. Okay, that's not the sun, and that's not sunlight. None of these are normal people. This is the demon possessed. The demon possessed own businesses, and one of them is called Holiday Inn. They employ the demon possessed. The state of California is filled with them, a population that's engaging in a state system. This is a government system, all right? Treating American citizens like their lives are a major experiment. It's called gang stalking, group stalking, state organized stalking. This is federal group stalking and monitoring, as I have referred to it, and it is a basic federal prison for everybody that works for Holiday Inn. And this impossible light activity occurring again as I'm capturing the sunset through my hotel window. And in the morning right now, it's reflecting off of the windows. My window is over here, and it's the sun that you see here is still here 12 hours from now, and it is reflecting in perfect alignment with me still. It's in perfect alignment with me now. 12 hours from now, it's in perfect alignment with me, not here, but in alignment with my hotel window at the same property. And this is speaking to 12 hours from now. It takes 12 hours to get to the opposite side of the parking lot, where it's still in alignment. Seeing the fake sun reflecting off of a Motel 6 window is the same thing as having a fake sun 12 hours from now, and you're looking at it. This is what the entity is doing. This is why I show you things such as reflecting through the windows, because these are the demonic methods where the entity is engaging in the same thing, the fake sun, the reflection of the fake sun, when the entity is stalking you with the fake sun. All right, and it is also evidence that you're going to use against the demons, the highly unintelligent idiots who are stalking under a fake sun. The fact that there's no sun over anywhere rising in alignment to the Planet Fitness at 1000 Washington Boulevard in Los Angeles, in perfect alignment with my placement inside of that club where I'm working out, where demons are group stalking in a gym. There is no sunrise through my living room window over the hillside, where the entity is aiming any sunlight light that's going to be present on my walls and on the floors. This is where an entity is maintaining presence, and this one's going to federal prison. That's called light activity. While they walk around in that engineered light, while they keep a fake sun, while they're stomping and screaming and pacing around like mentally ill psychopaths inside of the hotel, like I'm documenting on the podcast all day long. Okay, it is currently 7:01 a.m. where you just saw a demon engaging in their presence, sitting on the bench while impossible light activities inside of the building, just walking by on their communication device while the fake sun's beside the building, and 12 hours later it's still here in alignment to me while I'm inside of this building at 6:52 in the evening. That's the pattern of conduct. The entity that's group stalking with children is losing custody of those children, making them terrorists, domestic terrorists, and making them sex offenders, which is what the people of the state are, and they include children in that offense, that ongoing conspiracy to murder and kidnap someone, because that's why the government is gang stalking American citizens. And it's demonic activity. So no mentally ill sex offender is going to maintain custody of children. And it is the license plate that I already documented. Again, that's P.O.C. by literally digging inside of the trunk. That's the mentally ill who are engaging in conduct all day long, using the sounds of children while you're hearing someone running laps inside of the hotel. There's no space enough to run laps, and no children running laps is going to create any earthquake in your hotel room. This is the likes of those that are engaging in that group stalking conduct. Psychopaths, mentally ill, who group stalk on camera while you hear amplified audible activity, group stalking right in front of your face. Go into federal prison as well. The entity, you go to federal prison for group stalking with minor children, and they are group stalking with minor children by sitting in the vehicle. They're all group stalking, and so is he. They're maintaining presence in the parking lot. 19638S3. This is the door where the sunlight is ricocheting off of the building into the depths where you see this activity. That's where the light activity was on the side of this door right here, reaching into the building. Okay? That's called amplification. Light activity, audible activity, that's what that amplification is, and it's impossible. It's impossible audible activity, as impossible as the 210 freeway traffic being heard inside of my Courtyard by Marriott hotel room. All right, where the entity had the sunrise, remember, at 7:20 in the morning. But now I'm in Hesperia. Everything that you're hearing is demonic. Everything that you're seeing is demonic. And who you are seeing are the demon-possessed, and they're stalkers. And they include children. The state of California engages in stalking, engages in sexual violence, engages in conspiring to murder and kidnap people with children, like we are in Afghanistan, and we're not. That's a Caucasian family. We're not in Afghanistan. Okay, not saying that there's not white people in Afghanistan, but I'm speaking to a third world country. All right, they have a sort of different type of regime. We're supposed to have a constitution. They're training minor children to engage in acts of war against American citizens. They're group stalking. She's group stalking, demonic pacing with the child, crossing path, crossing path, crossing path. She's going to federal prison. License plate, and so are they. 19638S3. Group stalking with kids while they exhibit demon possession. That's the Arizona license plate, 9XA7ZB. By the way, Arizona is engaged in gang stalking as well. And this African-American male comes out to police his vehicle. He's going to federal prison. He's going to federal prison. Alrighty, it is currently, again, 7:04 a.m. That's the fake sun. That's low enough to be adjacent to the building. It's high enough to reflect off of the top of the Motel 6, and it's still here 12 hours later. Okay, this is an entity that's engaging in surveillance and doing so on behalf of the state of California, who you saw group stalking in the Motel 6 parking lot, San Bernardino County Sheriff's Department, in the middle of the afternoon where the sun would not be at the same location. Remember the duration of time. We're driving in the parking lot does not create the light activity that you saw while AAA drove by in the parking lot in the middle of the afternoon where the fake sun was still present, all right, over the top of my head as I captured it through the hallway window of this same building. Okay, that's in the middle of the afternoon, and the entity is engaging in the P.O.C. That was San Bernardino County. That's the entity, the state that is group stalking, while these highly unintelligent idiots are group stalking under fake sun. I'm going to prosecute all of them. That was demonic, what you heard, amplified audible activity, and that's impunity. The entity that's going to federal prison will group stalk before the world, on camera, on video, and then engage in criminal conduct, obstruction of justice, while you publish it onto the internet. That's the state of California. That's impossible audible activity. It's on a microphone. All right, that's P.O.C. And you know that it's impossible because that's not even the sun. That's not the sun that's visible through the Planet Fitness, and nor that's reflecting off of the Motel 6 into the depths of that building down there on the first floor, creating light activity on the hotel. And this is called surveillance, just like they were sitting on the bench. And I say they because that's an entity maintaining presence in the parking lot. That's a demon, stalker. Okay, a sex offender stalking and keeping a woman under surveillance in a hotel room, and he's going to federal prison. It's currently 7:05 a.m. This is P.O.C.